Do you struggle with coming up with content ideas for your business? Does creating content take up majority of your precious time? Well, if so, this episode is for you because I am going to break down 7 easy ways that you can grow your brand on social media. You can start growing your brand today. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to take that much time. I think sometimes we overcomplicate things, and the reality is all you need to do is show up, share your voice, and I think too often we just get in our own way. Okay, so tip number 1 is know your target audience. If you're speaking to everyone, you're speaking to no one. So you want to get very specific with who you're talking to. Are they business owners? Are they moms? Are they coaches? And get even more specific with that. Like, what type of coach are they? What do they enjoy? What problems are they struggling with? This is going to help you create better content when you understand your target audience really well. And one way that you can do this is go to industry experts within your field and read the comment section in your posts. What type of questions are people asking them? And this is going to be a great way that you can get content for your business. Number 2, and this one's an obvious one, but show up consistently. Now, what does that even look like? Well, it looks different for every business owner. I think it comes down to what are your goals? So if your goal is to post 2 times a week, then commit to that. You do not have to post every single day because A, some business owners do not have time for that, and 2, sometimes it's not as effective. Sometimes posting less content but more quality content can be better for your business. So I remember when I first started out posting content online, I made it a goal to just post once a day. That's all I did. And I didn't know exactly what that would entail or how much work that would actually be, but I made that commitment. And whenever I started Brooklyn Social, I posted 1 post a day. And mainly it was on Instagram, and I would just post every single day just to get in the habit of putting myself out there. Because you have to put out consistent content in order to get better. You don't get better by just thinking about it or hoping or just writing it down on your to-do list. No, you actually have to go on camera and you gotta put yourself out there. So I'd encourage you today, if you find something that inspires you, go create it. Go create it because this is going to help build your brand and build your business because you are going to get more eyeballs on your content. Number 3 is create content that people actually care about. So what does this mean? Ask yourself, why should someone read this piece of content or watch this video? I always ask myself, why would someone care about this? And then that is how I write majority of my hooks. So whenever you are confused about how do I resonate with my audience or how do I connect with them, always ask the question, why should they care? And this will help you create better captions and better hooks for your content. So the next way that you can grow your brand on social media is by utilizing Chat GBT effectively. So sometimes it's not good enough just to ask Chat GBT, give me 30 content ideas for my business. Even though that's great, you want to be a little bit more specific with that. What type of business is it? What type of problems are you solving for your target audience? So this is going to help you get better content. So tip number 5 is you want to analyze your past content. You want to see what's performing well and what's not. So what you don't want to do is keep posting and not looking at your analytics because then you don't know what's working and what's not. So the power of looking back at your previous videos or previous content, you can see what people are liking and then you can create more of that. So tip number 6 is collaborating with others. So this means collaborating with people in your industry and even outside your industry because this is going to help expand your network. And lastly, tip number 7 is to repurpose your content across multiple platforms. So what I always suggest is get really good at one platform. For example, let's say you want to get really, really good at LinkedIn. So focus in on LinkedIn and then go broad later. If you create one post on LinkedIn, now you can put that on Instagram, Facebook, all those different platforms, but you still want to customize it to that platform. For example, LinkedIn is a little bit more professional sounding, whereas Instagram is a little bit more playful, it's a little bit more visual. So you want to make sure that you are changing up your content to match with that platform. And also, why reinvent the wheel? Because one thing that we do here at Brooklyn Social is when we create one piece of content, we always ask ourselves, how can we repurpose this? How can we use this in our email list? How can we use this on TikTok? We're always trying to think of how can we use this one idea, one content idea, and make more of it? So for example, if I make a video on how to get more leads for your business, I'm going to make that into an email newsletter. And then I'm going to make a graphic with that same topic. So this way you don't have to keep coming up with new content ideas. You can just take one content idea and repurpose it. I know, genius. And lastly, if you really want to take your brand to the next level on social media, then you need to outsource it. You cannot do everything on your own because you're only one person. And also, marketing and social media takes up a lot of time. It's surprising how even just one post can take a long time. So we are opening up some new spots for clients here at Brooklyn Socials. If you want your social media outsourced, if you want your website designed, if you need video for your business to tell your story, we are the agency for you. And we're only opening up a couple spots more for this summer and the fall. So make sure to book a call with our team today because they do fill up fast. So book a call today and we would be happy to discuss what we can do for your business because attention is the number one asset. If you are not getting attention with your business and your content, that is a problem because your competitors are probably crushing it on social media. So can you. Your business can crush it on social media if you have the right strategy, you have the right content, and you have the right team to do that for you. So let us be that team for you to help with your social media marketing. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please share it with a friend. That would absolutely mean the world to us. And tag us on Instagram stories if you found this episode helpful. And thank you so much for listening. How